Hello, welcome to the speedrun. Ghost Recon: The Future Soldier, a Ubisoft game released in 2012, which was received as a somewhat average game. The game consisted of a level-based linear story, Guerilla mode, which I'll get into in a bit, and multiplayer mode. None of my friends were playing it. I only saw hate for the game amongst general game reviews. However, young me in 2012 actually quite enjoyed it. The game was a perfect combination between an arcade shooter, future weaponry and gadgets, and realism. I would debate, even till today, the game still holds up. Well, most of it anyway. The gameplay's graphics look great for a game from 2012, the movement feels smooth, the shooting mechanics are very functional and easy to understand, the gun customization is debatably better than any current game as of now. The third-person camera is also very immersive. So, why does this video exist? What are you watching right now? Isn't this a speedrun? Why yes, but not a speedrun of the campaign. The campaign is actually quite easy. Today, I decided to do a speedrun on Guerilla mode, a 50-wave survival mode engineered by a group of devs to cause maximum stress, depression, and hopelessness in an individual's heart. Guerilla mode is not to be trifled with. Here, you will face 50 relentless waves of enemies as they charge at you with maximum speed and maximum firepower, getting stronger, more accurate, and deadlier after each wave. Within these 50 waves, we will face assault rifles, shotguns, snipers, LMGs, riot shields, LTVs, and, well, we'll leave that later. First, since this is a speedrun tutorial manufactured by the Fast Future Soldier speedrun community, let's go through some basic game mechanics that will be experienced, exploited, and maybe even tortured. As any shooter, it generally helps clicking on their heads. In Guerilla mode, the enemies get stronger every 10 waves. In the start, body shots can typically kill someone in about 2 shots. However, near the end of this run, from wave 40 or so, it takes about 5 shots to the chest to kill someone. Not good. However, headshots are seemingly a one-shot kill at any point in the game. A useful mechanic this game offers is when a guy is at point-blank range. Your gun automatically locks onto his head like a surface-to-air missile. Simply click, and that man is unalived.
Very nice.
Sensor grenades are pretty much mobile wall hacks. You chuck one in a general area of an enemy. By the way, your character has the throwing armor of an NFL champion. Holy shit. Chuck one, and you'll have him and his family located, ready for deportation into the Shadow Realm. This is one of the most useful gadgets for intel, and will be used in almost every wave encountered. However, you want to use them as sparingly as possible, as you have a very limited number of them at your disposal until you can supply up again after each wave. Beyond sensors, you also have the option of using other gadgets, such as this drone. This drone will undoubtedly become the single biggest piece of bait this world has ever seen. Put this drone in the right spot, and a whole army will stop dead in their tracks to try and put this drone out of its misery. I think you can see where this is going. While a big chunk of bots are engaging this little drone, you will have ample opportunity and time to kill the bots engaging the drone, or deal with whoever is engaging you without having too many other bots focus on you. And on top of that, the drone will mark anyone in its line of sight, similar to a sensor's detecting mechanics. Undoubtedly, through this little guy's suffering, a solo Guerilla mode becomes possible. This game offers a marking mechanic. Similar to a ping mechanic used in many games today, originally this mechanic is meant to mark an enemy you want your teammates to engage. On the campaign, marking an enemy will cause your AI teammates to enable aimbot and annihilate whoever you marked. However, since we are playing on solo, this is merely used as a tracking tool, allowing us wall hacks on a single marked bot. While many mechanics work to our advantage, one mechanic counts against the player. And oh boy, is this a frustrating one. When getting shot at by an LMG or any higher caliber weapon, your camera will start to shake violently. Don't get me wrong, this is extremely immersive in terms of making the player feel like they are pinned down and cannot afford to peek over a piece of cover. This is, though, very frustrating in Guerilla mode, and you will need to adapt to this mechanic. Previous third-person Ubisoft entries were always trying to be so cool with melee takedowns, even the modern Ubisoft games. But this game's takedown animations are fucking brutal. Anyway, I'll explain any other important mechanics as we make our way to wave 50. Let's get started. And so we started from wave 1 with the timer starting. Wave 1 is one of the few waves where you have stealth as an option. That was the wave. Yeah.
Very nice.
As wave 2 begins, we place our little drone in a strategic spot where it will be able to mark enemies as well as act as bait. Further, we get some gadgets. And my favorite assault rifle in this game, the 417. For me, we'll take cover in a strategic high ground spot, giving us a good vantage view of the map. Now, you might notice I'm shooting through some barriers. Yes, this game allows you to shoot through certain pieces of cover. This will be exploited and abused at every opportunity possible. Furthermore, should an enemy enter the HQ, you will have 20 seconds to get him or them out of it. Otherwise, you fail. You do have the option of skipping the prep phase, and since this is a speedrun and the first few waves are generally a lot easier, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip. Oh well. This vision is not the most reliable, but it definitely helps you to see a little bit better through the entirety of the sandstorm. Now, the rest of these waves were fairly easy, fairly uneventful. We played around with the drone a little bit, we explored some angles, but nah, nothing eventful. Now, wave 10 is usually a bit tougher than the others, so I take the opportunity and prep. And as you can see, we have a grenade launcher available, so I go ahead and take that. I set up some traps, I set up the drone, and
you got more hostiles inbound.
Now, I thought this wave was going pretty smoothly. That was, until I saw Figgy come around the corner with his Hilux. However, no worries, if they're standing still, simply lob 2 frags and you're good. With the first 10 waves done, it was time to move on to a new location with slightly stronger enemies. Now buckle up, because I'm going to be going a little bit quicker through all these waves. Well, you should know the drill by now.
Stay sharp. You've got enemy forces closing in. We lost our team.
Now, things have been going according to plan. I've been dying a little bit more and more as the waves go on, but this is expected. But wave 40. Oh my word.
We had forgotten.
I think. Okay. What if I, what if... alright. So... But I was determined to find a way through this. Well, I guess now is as good as a time as ever to explain kill streaks. Up till now, I've just been hogging them and haven't used a single one. But I find myself in a position where I literally did not know what to do other than to rely on the kill streaks. They were pretty simple. You select one, and bam. Finally, I was getting somewhere. This wave had cost me almost an entire hour. However, these last 10 waves, I had a plan. Now, important things to keep in mind, these last 10 waves of bots, yeah, they're invisible, kind of like us. And it makes them very hard to see. Sensors don't work on them. The drone can't spot them. So there's no use using these gadgets in any capacity anymore. But there is one more trick up my sleeve that I still haven't shown you. One super useful game mechanic that is completely OP against these invisible bots. The heartbeat sensor. This is an attachment on an assault rifle that you can pick up from Wave 41, and this will allow you to see any of these invisible bots once they get within a certain range of you. And on top of that, this assault rifle is also paired with armor-piercing rounds, meaning you can shoot through almost fucking anything. And there we have it, the last wave. I do the usual drill. Deploy the little drone for good luck. And off we go. And there we finally have it. Wave 50 done. I gotta say, this was very difficult, required a definite level of commitment and dedication, and it was a fun experience. It's the first time I ever attempted anything something of a speedrun, and quite a lengthy one at that, but completing all those 50 waves is pretty much hard enough. Thanks for sticking around to the very extensive speedrun guide. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope some of you could catch a glimpse on why I actually like this game so much. This random ass game from my childhood. Anyways, bye. What are you still doing here? Oh, you think you can beat me? You think you can beat that time? Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Do it. Do it.